Welcome back to Tomb Raider Tuesday, lovelies. We're taking on the Colosseum this week. Relatively stress-free level after our previous ordeal in some Francis Folly. Don't jump in this pool right away. There's a sneaky river lizard just waiting to tear your ass off with its primordial bear trap of a mouth. Not today, Swampy. Your handbags now. Swampy here can bite down with a terrifying pressure of over 7,500 pounds of force per square inch, by far the most of any animal living today. But despite his bullshit hacker bite, he will try to swallow you in as few pieces as possible because crocodiles cannot chew. What the fuck are the lions? There's one. Sorry, did I wake you up? Do you mind being where you're supposed to fucking be so I can get on with my day, please? I was worried about you. Having a fag outside exit, look. What a pair of fucking slackers. I know I'm probably the first person to play this game in about 5 years, but Jesus Christ, wake up. We've got an audience. You're embarrassing me. There's another one just inside this front entrance here. Christ knows what he's up to. Probably walk in on him jerking off. Whoa, Lara, don't look at me. You shameful catch, you mane-wearing degenerates. Wake up. Wake the fuck up. There we go, good lord. Oh, come on, Lara, it's Sunday. It's Tuesday, you dumb fucking animal. It's Tomb Raider fucking Tuesday. I told you to set it on your phone. Did you? Did you fuck? Pissing lions. I'm replacing you all with bloody leopards. No, fuck off. They can climb trees and everything. So here we are outside the Colosseum itself, and you must have many, many questions of which I will now attempt to predict and answer. The first of which I'm guessing is something along the lines of, why in the fuck is the Colosseum of Rome buried 200 foot under eastern fucking Tuscany, which isn't even in Greece? What mad bastard drugs were the developers chewing their goddamn tongues off when they were trying to tell the difference between a map of the world and a picture of dogs playing poker? This isn't Greece. Nothing about any of these levels indicates a set in Greece. Why wouldn't they just set it in Italy? Why? Well, you raise a lot of good points there, despite your anger and the way you spit when you talk, but let's try and get some perspective here. First of all, this obviously isn't the Colosseum of Rome, because we haven't had to wade through 2,000 annoying bastard tourists and ice cream vendors to clap eyes on it. Second, the Colosseum of Rome is not a unique and special snowflake. It also goes by the name of the Flavium Amphitheatre, because that's exactly what it is, an amphitheatre. Amphi meaning around both sides, theatre meaning a place of beholding, of which there are several located throughout Italy and Greece alone. Now the name Colosseum comes from the fact that there once stood a gigantic 100-foot bronze statue of Emperor Nero, unimaginatively called the Colossus of Nero, on the site where it was built, and it was probably smashed up by King Alaric and his Visigoth chums in the sack of Rome in 410 AD. Now, Roman amphitheatres were defined much more by their oval floor plan as opposed to traditional Greek theatres, which were generally a semicircle more suited to watching plays than violent gladiatorial battles. But as the Hellenization of Rome that took place over the 3rd century BC thoroughly saw to, Roman architecture was heavily influenced by traditional Greek method. So, is it entirely implausible that the ancient Greeks would have constructed an amphitheatre underground for the purpose of holding strange, secret sporting events away from the eyes of the world? Realistically, yes. Architecturally, no. There's your first secret. Right, now I've got to try and remember how to get back up to that ledge. I think there's a ledge behind the flat one here. So God, you useless cack-legged bitch! Here we are back at the ledge, lovelies. I'm sorry I lost my temper before. I didn't mean to hit you. I was swinging for a ghost, and it dodged through your face, I swear. If I didn't love you, why would I warn you not to fall into this utter death trap? You can fuck right off with that, pal. I left you hanging with some crocodile trivia a while back when I told you that they couldn't chew, so you might be thinking, alright, well, I'll just climb out of its stupid reptilian arsehole then. Oh, lovelies, if only your nightmare hadn't only just begun. Crocodiles actually swallow large stones and use them to grind you the fuck to death in their stomach. The stones also act as a ballast that enhances the crocodile's aquatic abilities, making it heavier to help it stay underwater. Now this is not an exclusive practice in the animal kingdom. There's other animals that swallow stones are called gastroliths, and they include the ostrich, which, like the crocodile, cannot chew because it doesn't have any teeth. I'm not sure why an ostrich has never been a prominent enemy in gaming. They're deeply terrifying birds that haunt my dreams. Have you ever heard one of those fucking things roar? It's the sound of the devil with feathers shouting directly into your soul. Motherfucker. You'll have to excuse me while I embarrass myself trying to climb out of this pit. Come on. You can do it. You see why I killed those crocodiles from the ledge now, don't you? Fuck fighting them in the middle of this affront to physics. There we go. Let's erase that ugly incident from our memories and revisit another one a couple of videos ago when I told you that there was no practical use for the shimmy in this game. You can call me Jon Snow, because apparently I know nothing. Also because Mrs. Fraggers is at least half wildling. Pray to whatever god you call your own that you never have to witness her devouring a tiramisu. It's a carnal, savage act that she certainly didn't learn from anybody with the presence of mind to wash their hands after wiping the backsides. I have a pressing theory that she was raised by sharks. She's extremely versatile in the water, despite her large chest. And much like a great white, she rolls her eyes constantly at me before she attacks. Verbally, when she's not a hitter. I still favour showers over baths when she's around though, just in case. Just through here we'll drop into the Colosseum itself, where many, many angry animals await the taste of our sweet, sweet flesh. Here we are. This passage leading up into the seating of the main arena was actually called a vomitorium. There's a popular misconception that a vomitorium was a room that the Romans used to throw up in so they could continue to gorge themselves silly at their great feasts. But that really stems from a misunderstanding of the Latin verb vomere, which means to spew or discharge rapidly, later adapted into the English term for what happens shortly after eating horse feces or a kebab that costs less than £3. Here's that annoying French shitbag Pierre again, making his first appearance to the level. You remember what I told you about him just never leaving, ever, just got nothing better to do with his life than stay here and get shot at? So much fucking worse on this stage than any other. Because it's so open, and he would just rather do laps of the entire bloody arena than have the good sense to piss off and leave me alone. Just go away. Just go the fuck away, Pierre. Go and find Skion. You couldn't kill me in an enclosed space with a pair of lions charging around. You're not going to do it here. Oh my god. That's it. Go on. Right, I'm going to go over here. Way over here. And turn my back. And you better be gone when I turn around, because if you're not, I will literally plumb the depths of Tomb Raider's code and find a way to erase you from the fucking game. I will rain calamity on this fucking level, Pierre. I'm beyond jest. Here we have a nice selection of wild animals to shoot to death. You can see from here that the arena itself is oblong rather than circular, so again, much more in the style of traditional Greek stadium than an amphitheatre or the Colosseum. The Colosseum. There's only one fucking Colosseum. Like, I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it just does, alright? You got an Italian medieval monastery sat next door to the fucking Delphi Stadium, and you've called it the Colosseum. Like, was the research that much effort? Really? This doesn't even basically resemble the Colosseum. It's... No, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to let this ruin my day. I'm going to put these beasts out of their misery, and I'm going to continue my search for the Tomb of Tiokan, which, thankfully, is not a real place, so they couldn't really fuck it up. Because why is the Colosseum in Greece, underground, and not the Colosseum? Is it a spare? Did they build it in case the other one fell down? Was this the original Colosseum and it got kidnapped by a horde of fucking moles and carried away to Greece? I'm sorry. I think I'm hungry. It's just... I know you like the historical trivia I pepper throughout these videos, and I'm glad you do, honestly. But you have to understand, the things I know, they're a blessing and a curse, lovelies. The more you understand, the more it hurts you to see this grotesque bastardization of cultures playing out before your eyes. It's like watching one of those nonsense fucking documentaries on the History Channel. Tonight on Ancient Aliens, Leonardo da Vinci, artist, sculptor, alien? No, you atrocious fucking simpleton! Why am I directly funding this shit on a monthly basis from my own hard-earned money? It came packaged with a kids channel, which is ironic because motherfucking SpongeBob SquarePants makes more accurate references to Mayan civilization than the tin hat wearing hillbillies that run the fucking History Channel have ever managed. Did you see me totally destroy that lion? I'm like the Hulk. I play better the more pissed off I get. This level is much more about combat than it really is about stressing you out with puzzles like St. Francis and his motherfucking folly of nightmares. There should be 3 more lions up here now. Hopefully they haven't gathered around the pit yet. Oh shit, they're all... Alright, let's get them to do the thing. All changed. Lara Croft! Lion Tamer! Ah, I jumped the wrong way. Damn it. I've carried that on forever before. These Greeks died too soon, let me tell you. They've missed one hell of a show. I guess at the very least you can attribute the wide array of geographically improbable animals here to the Romans' hard-on for capturing wild animals and shipping them over to their circuses and amphitheatres to fight. Seriously, if they got wind of a new species, the first thing they wanted to do was jump on a ship and capture 200 of the poor fuckers so they could watch some convicted sorcerer get kicked to death by a giraffe. 200 is actually a flippantly conservative estimate, seeing as they hunted most of Africa's fauna to the brink of fucking extinction. There used to be hippos in Egypt until the Romans found out about them. Not anymore. I mean, they probably have come back at some point. They still live in the Nile and Sudan, but the Egyptians went and knocked up the Aswan Dam at the beginning of the 1900s. That keeps the bastards out. There's another lion hiding back here. Get your ass out here, lion. Face me in glorious battle. It's laughing at the gorilla. Ha, you really fucked this chump up, lady. I sure did, lion. Maybe you can say it to his face when you get to animal hell. Alrighty, got another timed switch room here. We're not going to have to cause irreversible damage to our legs and spine like we did going for that ridiculous secret in the last level, but like all time switches in this game, it does not suffer dawdlers gladly. So here's the starting plate. Ready, set, and we're off! It's Lara Croft out of the gates in the brown shorts and the blue top, bearing down straight to the room on the left hand side. She's already lost her jockey, making her lighter, but now she's wild and could attack the crowd. She throws a switch and hurls herself to the ground. My lord, that would have killed the jockey. As she moves back to the passageway, bearing her left into the second room. It's Lara Croft now, 3-1 favourite, coming at the gate at a wide angle, and it's Lara Croft just creeping over the finish line, and there, my word, her trainer will be happy with that performance. There'll be fresh hay in the stable and a tasty nose bag for this wonderful thoroughbred once they manage to catch her. She's heading for the car park to kick the wing mirrors off some very expensive vehicles, essentially negating the winnings of those in the crowd that bets on her. Oh, no, she's headed straight to a minibus full of terrified pensioners and is attempting to board with a venomous rage that this commentator hasn't seen since he was attacked with a hammer at the Islington dog grooming competition for making some off-colour remarks about a German Shepherd that appeared to be wearing blusher. I don't know why I walked through the spikes there. Just wanted to show him that I'm not scared of him, I suppose. Alright, so we're going to climb up this monstrous rock pile now, which was probably used for some outlandish execution method. Death by fighting mountain goats with a hungry python stuck up your ass. Do you know the proper title for execution by wild animal? Damnatio ad bestias, literally damnation to beasts. Not a Roman invention, but one they nicked and perverted beyond all sane reason. What a fucking surprise. Actually has its earliest known roots in Asia, where it was more of a divine sacrifice in large areas of the continent where lions were worshipped by local populations. And ancient Egypt as well, where the same thing happened with crocodiles. I mean, they fed people to crocodiles, not lions. So it was Emperor Claudius who truly began to stage these executions as a public spectacle in the arenas that he gained a disturbing level of joy from watching. In fact, one of the earliest recorded serial killers in history, a ghoul poison mixer called Locusta, was supposedly given a particularly unpleasant taste of damnatio ad bestias when Emperor Nero, who had been protecting her as his official royal assassin, ran the fuck away. and she got on the wrong side of his successor, Galba, who ordered her to be raped to death by a trained giraffe. I mean, I very much doubt that's true. There's a lot of fanciful crap that got written around that time, and besides, Locusta's profession required her to make use of things like stealth and secrecy, which are hard skills to practice if you're 11 fucking feet tall, which you'd have to be for a giraffe to rape you, especially trained or not. We climb now to the Emperor's box, where the Emperor and his Vestal priestesses would enjoy the finest view of whatever bloody horrors were going on below him. But what is this madness? You're not the Emperor! Or a virgin by the smell of you. Get out of first class, you damn ape! Where's your pal? There's another one up here somewhere. I've seen your tickets. You sat in row E, 17 and 18. But we're sat right behind the fucking pillar. We can't see anything. I don't give a fuck! Take it up with Ticketmaster. I'll just work here. If you look at the central column and the surrounding walls here, you'll see a famous example of ancient Greek grave decoration, carved in marble, which would have adorned the resting place of a notable athlete of the day, as it depicts wrestlers in the centre foreground, while in the background you'll see the chap on the far right is busy marking out a long jump for the one on the far left. Now, this particular piece was found in the Kerameikos Necropolis in Athens, which is another amazing place to add to your list of shit to visit that I'm inundating you with on this playthrough. But don't go to too many. Don't want you getting some sort of contagious lust for life and running off travelling all over the damn place instead of watching my videos. Maybe I could go into audio guides. How amazing would it be if you went to the Louvre, got yourself an audio guide, and it was just like, hello lovelies. Fragger's here. I'll be walking you around the Louvre today. If you go into the door on your left, you'll find the CCTV room. Hit the big button on the wall to your right. We'll be heading up to the staff room to steal their snacks in just a moment, and we don't want any annoying French people shouting at us. Here's a painting. Wow, somebody sure painted this. I'm bored. Let's steal the Mona Lisa. The exit to the level is actually in the Emperor's box, but we got a bit of work to do before we get the key to that one. A couple of corner rooms to visit. I'm just arming myself here because Pierre sometimes shows up early for his second appearance. I've just come up with a terrifying theory. What if all these animals are the monks from the monastery, transformed by God into savage beasts to punish them for their irreverent lust for the pagan baubles of Teoken? They were begging me for help in their base tongues. Save us, and I mistook their pleas for attack bellows. Oh man, Laura's going to hell. I mean, you gotta wonder how many deities shit list she's made by now of all the tombs she's been robbing, so I guess what's one more underworld? But come on lady, leave yourself at least one escape route on your deathbed. Maybe there's some minor Nepalese god left that she can strike a bargain with. Hurak, the god of chesty coughs. I'll protect you, Laura. You can live with me in my bungalow. Nice try, bats. We'll be murdering plenty of human monks in the sequel anyway, though, so it doesn't really matter in the long run. Oh shit, a trap! Ah! Why would you trap the Colosseum? This is a public place, goddammit. I'm going to attribute that bullshit to Emperor Nero, a renowned sadist that succeeded the aforementioned Claudius when he was poisoned by his wife. Yeah, we mentioned Nero earlier as one of Locusta's pals, but the man himself was what is referred to in this day and age as a mad bastard who lumped a lot of his responsibilities on the Roman Senate so that he'd have more time to drink, fuck hookers, and order people he didn't like the look of kicked to death. Pierre's back with his lion buddy. You know, Pierre demonstrates remarkable mastery over animals, it has to be said. None of them attacked him in St. Francis Folly. Then again, maybe that's because he doesn't shoot them on sight like I do. I'm not here to mess about, lovelies. If I can get a target lock on it, it's going in the fucking ground. Go away, Pierre. Good lord, we've got 3 more levels of this. We get his magnums at the end of it though, so there's that at least. Frustratingly, he's charged off in exactly the direction we need to go. There he is. Go on, off you go. Oh, Pierre! My fucking god. I actually think we get a break from him in the next level. Not 100%, don't remember. Fucking hope so. Right, I'm going over here. I'm going to turn my back and you're going to leave. Alright? You gone? Good motherfucking lord, Pierre. What in the screaming green shit do you want from me? I'm staring at the seats. Go away. Disappear. For the love of fuck. Are you lost? Are you confused? There's a stairway literally behind you. Right the fuck behind you. Please leave me the fuck alone. This must be a new record, honestly. Right. I'm gonna go all the way down here, Pierre. Alright? Not looking at you. Plenty of room for you to find the way out. Do whatever you need to do. Rearrange your junk. Have a sit down. Have a sandwich. Phone your mom. Whatever. Whatever you want to do. Please be gone. Get out! Get out of the fucking Colosseum! You're banned for life! You're banned from Tomb Raider! You're banned from the fucking Earth! Get out! Go away! No more fucking chances, Pierre. I'm just gonna stand here and shoot you until one of us drops dead. I don't give a shit anymore. If there's a way to kill you before the Tomb of Teokan, I'm gonna fucking find it, I promise you. I will tape this spacebar down if I have to, so that I can shoot you while I eat, sleep, go for a shit. I don't care if I'm still hobbling back into this fucking room when I'm 90 to check on you. You will leave this goddamned amphitheatre. I expel you in the name of Harak, god of chested coughs. Strike him down, Harak. Make him have to go home, see a doctor, have a lie down. Go away. Go away. God almighty, that was painful. Pierre Dupont, ladies and gentlemen. Skynet's prototype for the John Connor murder bot. Right, let's press on. Here's the box we want. More bats in here. Yeah, see? See how they die? See how they stop moving? God, this game gives you such an appreciation of your enemies actually ceasing to be when you put a few bullets in them, I tell you. Okay, there's a tricky secret here before we carry on. There's a hidden pressure plate right by this column that causes the door above us to open. Closes proper quick when you step on it, so you have to do some fancy gymnastics to get up there, but whoa, there we go. They like that funerary relief, don't they? It's bloody everywhere.
I'll take 1,000.
Very good, sir.
They're for my underground battle arena. There'll be lions and crocodiles, and unkillable Frenchmen, and a gorilla will be king.
Excellent, sir. How will you be paying?
In ants! Millions and millions of ants!
Ah, sir, they're crawling up my... Ah!
They are your curse now.
Alrighty, there's the main purpose of the room. That pops the door open in the opposite corner room. Now, before that unpleasantness with Pierre I was telling you about, Nero, who, as I say, was on the one hand a straight up 18-carat psychopath, but on the other, he did just want to be loved by his people. He used to like riding through the streets on a chariot, singing to the local peasantry and playing the lyre or reciting poetry. He even nearly got himself killed at the Olympic Games one year because he entered and crushed a 10-horse chariot in a race. There's also a popular misconception that he played the fiddle while Rome burned in the Great Fire of 64 AD, which isn't true. He was actually over in, I think it was Antium at the time, and returned immediately when he heard what was happening to sort out the relief effort. He even had some nearby marshes filled in with all the debris from the city so that people would stop drowning in them, which was cool of him. But as with anything fairly decent that happens with Nero, it soon went tits up when people started blaming him for the fire. And to deflect the heat, he said, nah, it was the Christians. Started executing them en masse to prove it. Oh, Nero, you mad fucking rascal. Here's the key to the exit, lovelies. Right, we've got a long old backtrack to the Emperor's box now, so I'm thinking, when I edit this, probably going to chop it so that you don't have to suffer another 3 or 4 minutes of watching the exact same thing again. But if anything eventful happens, I'll clue you in. Should I say, see you in a few? Because for you it'll be instantaneous and I'll still be... No, stop talking. This is hurting my fucking head. Here we are. Hello again, lovelies! From the future! Or something. No, that's the past. God, I hope I haven't created some sort of dual timeline here where there's 2 Fragnostics now. I'll have to hunt down and kill the other one. But then which one's really me? God, what a mess. Hang on. Let me just play back that scene from Jurassic Park where the lawyer gets eaten off the toilet in my head. Yeah, that's still funny. I'm the real me. Alright, nearly done. Our last kill of the level is also our most fucking aggravating. This bloody crocodile. You've only got this tiny bloody square to shoot him from because you can't drain the passage underneath like before. But we got a lock on him straight away, so that's the hard work done at least. As you'll have seen already, if you hold the shoot button once you're locked onto a target in the game, you'll continue to track it. Take pot shots at it whenever it comes into view until it's dead. As long as you're holding the shoot button, Lara carries on making a fierce shooting face too. Nodding her head. Yeah, I'm gonna kill all the things. That's what you call a war face, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there. We're wearing it down. This is a crafty crocodile. I mean, he isn't really. All he's got to do to avoid being shot is stay away from this tiny gap in the ceiling. But hunger drives you to do some crazy shit. When I was about 6, I stabbed my brother in the head with a pencil for taking my sandwich. Motherfucker. I love you all, but don't come hassling me for autographs when I'm eating my dinner. Can't guarantee your safety. Try and remember this little rhyme. When I put down the fork, come over and talk. Disturb mastication, face evisceration. And this also applies to time I don't use cutlery, which is most of the time. I'm what you call... Oh, what's the term I'm looking for here? Embarrassing to accompany in public. There we go. We head now to the Midas Temple, another place that isn't in fucking Greece. But that one's for next Tuesday, lovelies. I'm sorry. I know I said we were doing both today, but time's a bit shit this week. But the good news is, got a week off work now, so next Tomb Raider Tuesday, we'll finish the Greek campaign in its entirety with a 3-level special. There you go. Get that down, you.